What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? It's your boy Frankiehardworkshow. I'm super duper back. Just wanted to come and chat for a minute. Been a while. I'm gonna wait for y'all to come in after a minute or two. Let y'all get yourself together. Then we're gonna talk. Been a minute since I seen y'all. Been a minute since I see y'all. When you come in, let me know where you from. Say hello. Don't be rude. Got a lot of things I want to talk about. I ain't gonna hold y'all up too long. Keep it up for like give y'all about a minute or two. About a minute or two. We'll do a couple things. Let me check something. How y'all doing? We're gonna get talking in a minute. I want to talk about some things, man. Some things I want to talk about. Make sure y'all like the button, share the live. Say what's up when y'all come in. Don't be rude, don't be rude. So what's going on, people? How y'all feeling, man? How y'all been? I want to talk about some things, man. I want to talk about this Brittney Griner thing. Please come in and like. I appreciate it. Like. I want to talk about this Brittney Griner thing, man. It's crazy out here, man. This Brittney Griner thing is serious. So she pled guilty, y'all. Brittney Griner pled guilty. And I want to talk about that because that's very interesting. About her pleading guilty. Now let's get straight into it. So let's talk about Brittney Griner. I want to talk about Brittney Griner, man. I want to talk about the fact that she today pled guilty. She pled guilty in Russia for basically for cannabis, a vape. Let's just say that, from a vape. That's what she pled guilty for a vape. And this charge is looking like it's going to be up to 10 years. But that's not even my point that I even want to talk about. I want to talk about with Joe Biden in this situation. When y'all come in, please like and share this with y'all, please. I want to talk about the Joe Biden situation, right? Now, supposedly, when the verdict and everything came in, Joe Biden sent a letter, supposedly, basically stating that he want to work something out or whatever. I forgot what exactly he said, but he sent a letter stating that he basically wanted to work something out when he known that she was going to trial already. But they said no trade would happen until after the verdict so far, right? Now I want to speak on that because with Joe Biden, right, she been locked up since February 28th, if I'm not mistaken. February 28th. And not one time did you hear anything about him sending in letters. You hear anything about him speaking with government or anything of that nature? Or what's her name? What's her name? Kamala Harris. You didn't hear nothing about that, right? And the day before and the day of, pretty much, then you hear something. That's my problem with Joe Biden, right? I didn't vote for Joe Biden. I didn't vote for Donald Trump, and I damn sure won't vote for either one of them. But I do have to say this about Donald Trump, whether people feel this way or not. Whether people feel that way about Donald Trump, because I really don't care too much about him or nothing like that, but whether people feel this way or not about Donald Trump, I will say, I honestly believe that Donald Trump would have had her out. He would have had her out. I honestly believe that. Press 1 if you believe that Donald Trump would have had her out by now. And I'm not a Donald Trump fan, because you can't say anything about Donald Trump unless people think that you voted for him, unless people think that you taking up for him and things of that nature. Press 1 if you believe that Donald Trump would have had her out by now. I believe so. And speaking on that, Donald Trump, what a lot of people don't know, I spoke about this in my video. Go check it out that I made about Brittney Griner. What a lot of people don't know is Donald Trump actually threatened Finland, was it Finland or Sweden? He threatened Sweden to get A$AP Rocky out of jail or it's going to be a trade war. Why whatchamacallit ain't doing that? Why Joe Biden didn't do that? He didn't say nothing. Now, granted, Russia is a whole big country. They're a different entity. They're very thorough. They wild out. So you do got to approach a different way. But he didn't even negotiate with these dudes, allegedly. You didn't hear nothing about that. And now this girl turning this, and now she actually pled guilty. Like, what made you think? Because remember, this is trial. The trial just started. This is nothing new. This ain't like it was going on for a little minute and it was going back and forth, and then she decided to just plead guilty. No, she's going through. That was trial that they started. They started trial in Russia, and she just straight up said, "I'm gonna just cop out." Now, what they saying so far that she can get up to 10 years for this in Russia. She can get up in 10 years to Russia. Do me a favor, y'all. Like the live, please, and share it if y'all can. If y'all feel like it, I appreciate it. But she can get up to 10 years in Russia because of a vape. Something that I feel like she shouldn't have did in the first place. Now, people might look at me crazy and people might say I'm bugging, but why the hell did she even take the vape with her? I would never understand that. I don't understand that. Why would she even take the vape with her, first of all, in Russia? Like, you can't play games like that in no other country. Like, these other countries like Russia, Israel, and all these other countries like that, you can't play no games like that, bringing no drugs in or out of that. So why would she even do that knowing she was coming back to the United States, where she could have got all that good stuff that she wanted to bring back to Russia? She could have got all that good stuff right in the United States, but that's beyond me. That's a whole nother story. Whatever. But I'm gonna speak back on this though. Donald Trump would have been got her out. He was basically about to start war over A$AP Rocky. He got out a few people. Whether people want to believe it or not, he got out a few people. He got out LeBar's son. He got out a few people. And meanwhile, Joe Biden right now sitting on his hands. Didn't say nothing about it because you didn't hear him mention nothing about it the whole time. And everybody, she actually wrote a letter to Joe Biden. She wrote a letter 4 days ago to Joe Biden, and then all of a sudden she copped out. She copped out. Now y'all tell me about that. Y'all tell me about that. And the letter was messed up. Listen to this letter, y'all. Cause the letter was crazy. Right? The letter, she pretty much was saying, in the letter, she said, can you please not forget about us? She said, I know you got a lot to do, but can you please not forget about us and the rest of the American detainees that's locked up with me? Please do not forget about us. And he basically did, man. And the problem with that is, I can almost guarantee you, she voted for him. I can almost guarantee that she voted for him. And then next thing you know, she's locked up in a whole different country. Might do 10 years. I don't care if it's 10 days. She already did it 5 months or whatever, 4 or 5 months already. I don't care if it's 10 days. Who the hell want to be in Russia, period, doing a jail bid? First of all, with her, she got a few strikes against her in that country. Right? She's a black woman, right? LGBT. I don't know how they feel about that over there, but I can almost pretty sure that they're not feeling that right there. And she's from America. You understand? And what I also don't like about this situation, right? I'm going to move on because I want to talk about some other things. But what I also don't like about the situation is how they trying to put it on other people. They trying to put it on black men now. Because the coach, if I'm not mistaken, I forgot what the coach named, Brittney Griner coach. She came out with a statement that didn't make no sense to me, and people raised their eyebrows about it because it was like, well, what the hell LeBron got to do with it? So she pretty much came out with a statement saying that if this was LeBron James, he would have been out by now. And she probably right. But my thing is, why try to drag a black man in this situation that has nothing to do with this instead of dragging the actual person that has the power to get you over here? Nobody didn't say, nobody, and that's the crazy part. You don't hear people talking about the fact that Joe Biden really not saying nothing about this case. You don't hear nothing about that. And that's what I don't understand. Like, Joe Biden, everybody voted for him. Everybody wanted change. Everybody wanted this. Everybody wanted that. And then look what happened. inflection, all types of stuff. We headed to nowhere right now. But I want to talk about something else right now. You know what I mean? Drop something in the comment if y'all want to talk about something. I want to talk about something right now. Let's see. Hold up, y'all. Pardon me for 1 second. I'm trying to look at something. Alright, yeah. So I want to talk about something, right? I want to talk about Macy Gray. Y'all heard about Macy Gray? Do anybody here know who Macy Gray is? Press 1 if you know who Macy Gray is. Do anybody know who Macy Gray is? It's crazy. So Macy Gray made a statement that a lot of people feeling some type of way about. Do me a favor, y'all. When y'all come in, I need y'all to like, y'all. Do me a favor. We need to like this, y'all, so we can get this live popping, man. I'm trying to get back in the algorithm, man. YouTube don't show my videos no more. I get low views now. It's all good. It is what it is, but I need y'all to help y'all boy out. So let's talk about Macy Gray. I'm about to play this quick clip with Macy Gray. I sound like I'm making a video right now, right? I want to talk about what Macy Gray said, and I'm going to play this quick clip, and then I'm going to go in after that. So listen to this. Because Macy Gray right now, a lot of people are feeling some type of way about Macy Gray. You know Macy Gray, if you know who Macy Gray is from back in the day, y'all know that she ain't cut no slack. Y'all know she said whatever the hell she want. She lived how she wanted and she ain't even care. So I'm going to play this quick clip for y'all real quick. She was on the Piers Morgan show, right? And he pretty much asked her a question, and here it go.
If I asked you what a woman is, what would you say?
Let's say a human being with boobs.
Macy Gray went on Piers Morgan.
Nah, this ain't the right one. This ain't the right one. Let me play the exact clip because they doing too much. Give me 1 second, y'all. Hold up. Y'all like do me a favor, share this for me.
For her, I will. Because that's what you want. But that's
Transgenders sport.
no.
Give me a second, y'all.
Needing to be better than the fuck, like to hate someone or want to kill. Oh, that's more than a.
Damn, why? Damn, I had this shit set up. Give me 1 second, y'all. 1 second, hold up. 1 second, 1 second.
Macy Gray has sparked a heated online debate after sharing her strong.
God damn it. This shit is some bullshit. Pardon my language, y'all. Give me a second, y'all. I'm trying to find Macy Gray clip. What she said earlier, and a lot of people cool with it. Like, okay, here you go.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
6 months.
Oh,
How do you manage?
Okay, here you go.
yeah, how do you make your fans feel?
Like rhetoric.
Oh, wait.
Because you want to be a woman.
When you know that women,
I just think you got to serve me.
because people do fit fear.
Like, if you want me to call you her, I will.
All right, here, go ahead.
I don't think that's right.
No, a lot of people, yeah, see, that's
There
not
you go.
And I'm not sure why really. It's a bit like this whole issue of transgenders in
Look.
sport. It's not like it. I support all trans rights to fairness and equality. But not when you have people born to obvious physical superiority.
Can y'all hear it?
Transitioning and then thrashing the women at the sport.
I totally agree. And I will say this, and everybody's going to hate me, but as a woman, just because you go change your parts doesn't make you a woman.
Right.
Sorry.
You feel that?
I know that for a fact. Like, if you want me to call you her, I will. Because that's what you want. If that doesn't make you a woman, just because I call you her, and just because you got to serve me.
Because people do feel. There's biological.
A lot of people got mad at that.
Their identity. You can
Right.
identify as whatever you like.
You can call
So
yourself
your
whatever you
gender,
want.
right? That's the
Totally.
freedom we live in. But actually, you can't change the mechanics of biological sex. They are what they are.
Which is like women go through just a completely unique experience, and surgery or finding yourself doesn't change that. You know, being a little girl, this is a whole epic book, you know, and you can't have that just because you want to be a woman.
And you know that when people like J.K. Rowling have said this, they get.
Now, the internet tearing her up for that comment right there. The internet going crazy on that comment because she said something that made sense. if you want to do me a favor, y'all, when y'all come in, please like the stream, y'all. I would greatly appreciate it, y'all. Like the stream, share it, and comment too, y'all. But I need y'all to put a 1 if y'all agree with her, or 2 if y'all don't agree with her. A 1 if y'all agree with her, or 2 if y'all don't agree with her. Sorry, y'all. We grown ups here. This grown up hour, y'all. It's late as hell, so this grown up hour. But put 1 in the comment if you agree with her, and put a 2 in the comment if you don't agree with her. Because I'm going to be honest, I'm going to tell y'all right now, I agree with her. Because if you would have listened to because I watched the interview, right? In the interview, he's saying that I don't really rock with Piers Morgan like that. Because Piers Morgan, he talk too slick for me, so I don't really rock with him like that. But I listen to some of his, his stuff or whatever. So when he was interviewing her, he was basically saying that that celebrities now is scared to say anything about LGBT, whatever, because they feel they're gonna get canceled and this and that, and she pretty much don't care, and that's why she made the statement that she made before she did it, and she said that I know people gonna hate me, but whatever. One thing about Macy Gray, she'll say whatever's on the hell on her mind, yo. Whatever's on her mind, and she do whatever she wants. She don't care what nobody says. She always been that type, right? So for her making that statement, it's not as shocking to me, and I wholeheartedly agree with her. Because somebody made a post, and it said something about being a woman is, I forgot what it was, but it was basically 3 different things about being a woman that nobody else can replace. And it was a transphobic person that said that. So now they call her transphobic because she's actually telling the truth. Like, where was the lies, though? Like, where was the lies? Where was the lies where she said anything wrong? She didn't say nothing wrong. It was facts. I mean, it's to a point now that if you identify yourself as something, that's what you are. So I can identify myself as a billionaire. I can identify myself as, I want people to acknowledge me as a billionaire from now on. I don't have $1 billion, but I want you to acknowledge me as a billionaire, even though I don't have $1 billion. It's not what's up, like. It's not what's up, and the way that America's going down right now, and I'm not trying to sound all political or nothing like that, because it is what it is. People can do what they want. Trust me, I know people like that. That's part of that society or whatever, and it is what it is. But my thing is, they getting away from the truth now. You know what I'm saying? Like, they getting away from the truth now, because I can remember a couple months ago, I read an article, right? Where it was a white man, he was in court, right? A white older man, and he wanted to be identified as a 10-year-old little girl. So he was fighting to do that. I don't know if they gave it to him or not, and who knows. But he wanted to be identified as a 10-year-old little girl. That's how serious it is now. You have a grown-ass man that want to be identified as a little girl. And was dead serious about it, though. This is a few months ago, like about 5 months ago. I don't know if y'all heard about that, but it was a few months ago. Dead serious about that. And people don't think nothing is wrong with this. And people don't think that as America right now, we move in a whole totally different way. America's getting ridiculous right now. Like, and then to get back to Biden, like, people might get mad, but this is Obama and Joe Biden's fault. Like, all this is the reason why a lot of this stuff is going on. And once again, I have nothing against nobody. You know what I mean? I have nothing to say wrong with nobody and nothing like that. But with this situation right here, man, it's getting to a point where the kids, and yes, I do got to bring up the kids. The kids gonna get to a point now where they don't even know what the hell going on. Like, seriously, where they don't even know what's going on. Because the way they describe it, games, the way things are going right now, you telling the kid one thing, but you're showing them something different. And every cartoon that's going on, every cartoon that's going on, it's a bunch of mixed signals. It's a bunch of this and that. Like, they doing a lot of different things right now where they're messing up society and the kid's mind at the same time. So I agree with Macy Gray wholeheartedly, because you have a lot of people Besides Boosie, because we all know Boosie, he'll say whatever the hell he want to say. Boosie don't care what nobody got to say. He'll say whatever he want to say, y'all. Do me a favor, y'all. It's 9 people here. It's 4 likes, y'all. Y'all at least do me a favor. Just like it. Just like your boy, right? So with Boosie, right? He don't care about none of that. He'll do whatever the hell he want to do. But you notice, don't nobody else say nothing about anything. Let's go back to the month of June. Juneteenth, right? Juneteenth. I did not see no stars or nobody say anything about Juneteenth. They didn't say a word about Juneteenth. They didn't put on a page. People didn't represent the flag. None of that, right? But the whole month of June, all you heard was Pride Month. That's all you heard was Pride Month. You barely heard anything about Father's Day. But all you heard was Pride Month. And my point of bringing that up is you had celebrities putting on their page, putting flags up there, writing the whole dissertations and saying this and that. Like Ray J. Ray J was one of them. Ray J said something about the LGBT, which is nothing wrong with, because you got to say that, which is nothing wrong with. But what I'm saying is you had Ray J even talking about the fact of stop doing this and stop doing that, but he didn't never once mention anything about Juneteenth, which is a big holiday, which people need to acknowledge more. You understand? I'm not saying that I agree with I'm not saying that I was jumping up and down when they made Juneteenth, like, because you know they don't give us money, they just give us a bunch of symbolisms, right? So I'm not saying I'm that happy like we got reparations, right? But it's acknowledged. So being that it's acknowledged, why nobody speaks about that? But they speaks about this. That's my issue with that, man. I just don't like all that stuff. I don't like how the industry is. Like the industry, they just flip so easily because they got their handlers doing this and that. It's just too much. It's too much. Now let's talk about your boy R.kelly. Let's talk about your boy R.kelly, because everybody's sitting here and everybody want R.kelly to go to jail, which he should have went to jail. You know, you do this, little girls, you deserve what happened. But you know what I hear people saying, and this is the reason why I feel like they did what they did to R.kelly, because 30 years is entirely too much, y'all. 30 years is entirely too much for a person that didn't even have a circle around. Because let's talk about this, y'all. Let's talk about the R.kelly thing, right? They threw a RICO charge on R.kelly. I don't think a lot of people seen that. The RICO charge was, if I'm not mistaken, it was like an old law, and it was an old law. It was called the oh my God, I can't believe I forgot the damn name. Well, it's a law, right? Back in the day that they made, whereas black men or whatever that dated white women, they didn't like black men dating white women, so being that the white women wouldn't willfully leave, they'd give the black man a charge, whereas like they was prostituting black women, white women, prostituting them and trafficking them, right? That's the law they did with R.kelly. That's how they came up with the RICO law. That was one of the ways of how they put all that together. Because if you think about what a RICO is, right? RICO is basically an organization of people. It's not just one person. Like, if you get caught up in a RICO, you got caught up in a RICO because there was other people in there. Well, R.kelly, he was the only one that got caught. So how you gonna even throw the RICO on him first? That's one, right? That's what made him get the 30 years. And like I said, I'm not justifying it. I'm not trying to protect him and nothing like that. But the reason why I'm speaking on this, because you have people out here, right, screaming, oh, let's send R.kelly to jail. Da-da-da-da-da. He this and that. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Right? You have people saying that, right? And then the same people that's saying that R.kelly got 30 years, right? They turned around and said, I think that was too much time. A lot of people said that. Oh, that was too much time. How they gonna give him that much time? You have some people saying, oh, that's what he get. 30 years, that's what he get. That's too much time. And the reason why I'm speaking on this the way I am, right? Because that law can easily get turned on you. People sitting out here saying this and saying that, that law can easily get turned on you. You can be that person that's fighting the same situation and get caught up in a RICO or one-man RICO, which don't make no sense. It wasn't an organization, right? And if you did want to call an organization, if you did want to put a RICO on it, where was the parents? The parents should have been part of the RICO, right? Think about it. The parents should have been part of the RICO, right? Because the parents was handing the kids over to R. Kelly. They was literally giving R. Kelly the okay to be with their kids. I'm not saying sexually. I'm just saying they literally known that R. Kelly was accused of these things years ago, early 90s, videotape days. They knew this. But yet they still hand-delivered him to R. Kelly. So if you is going to do a RICO, right? And I don't never propose to put nobody in jail. I would never protest and want somebody to go to jail. Never, right? Unless there was some rape and some with kids and something like that, or something like that. Yeah, you gotta go. But if you going to do a RICO thing, right? Why the parents ain't involved? Because they essentially is part of what happened. Essentially, they definitely are a part of it. And then the kicker with this situation, right? Because you know you can't charge a white woman, which is Giselle, right? You can't charge her, give her 20 years, and this now happened to R. Kelly, right? They gave her 20 years. She only got 20 years for this situation right here. 20 years. And she was actually part of an organization. They had submarines. Literally picking up people and going back to the island, which was called Pedophile Island. It was called Pedophile Island. And she only got 20 years. It was actually more people involved. I don't even think that... I wonder, hold on, let me see something. How much did Jeff Epstein got? How much did he receive for that? How much time did Jeff Epstein receive? No. How much jail time did Jeff Epstein receive? Wait, let me see. I'm trying to see how much time he got. Because they're not saying how much time he got. Let me see something. Sir, 13 months. People informed 13 months. There was trafficking 110, but Epstein faced charge in court. He died. They were saying he was facing up to 45 years, right? Which he should have got more than that because they have a whole island. They had a whole island. That's what a lot of people don't understand. They had a whole island. They got a log of people that was actually on the plane. Because remember, the people was getting on the planes going down to Pedophile Island. They didn't call it Pedophile Island to the people, supposedly. But that was the nickname for it. And that's facts. That was the nickname for it. They called it that. Right? She only got 20 years for that right now. He got 30 years. He's 50-something years old. R. Kelly's done. He's not coming home ever again. That's only for one case. That have nothing to do with the case in Chicago that he's about to deal with. Nothing to do with that. He got 30 years for that one. You know they gonna hand him his ass in Chicago. Y'all know they gonna bury him in Chicago. Cause that's a federal charge as well. You see what I'm saying? Now, I'm not trying to sit here and cape for R. Kelly. I'm not trying to sit here and sit here and wear R. Kelly t-shirts and stand outside protesting and say get R. Kelly out of jail. I'm not doing that for that. I'm not speaking on it in this verbiage for that. I'm speaking on it like that because that could easily be me or you. Easily. That could easily be me or you in a situation like that. No, well, not easily because first of all, I don't deal with kids and I'm pretty sure the people that's watching this don't deal with kids. But what I'm saying is, if anybody was to get caught up in a situation, because things happen, where you can get caught up in a trafficking ring or something like that. Anything can happen. Because R. Kelly is not, they're not looking at R. Kelly as R. Kelly. They're looking at R. Kelly as a proxy for black people. Think about it. They gave him 30 years and they gave old girl 20 years. Think about that, y'all. Don't play games like that, man, because when they see that people be cool with certain stuff, especially when they see that black people be cool with certain stuff, when they see that we be cool with certain stuff, y'all cool with it? Y'all want to get him out of here forever? Y'all done with it? Let's get him out of here. He gone. And then you got people turning around saying that, damn, it was too much time. It's too late for that. They set a precedent with R. Kelly by doing that with the RICO, by tying all that in together. This is probably the first, and it's damn sure ain't gonna be the last time that happens. That's why people need to understand, like, people need to get their due justice. Whether you like it or not, whether I like it or not. There's some people out there that did some crazy shit, but if you want to get them, do it correctly. Because if they can get away with doing the law messed up and get away with it, they can do the same thing with another person and another person and another person. So be careful what you wish for, people. I tell people all the time, be careful what you wish for, because you got people out here that just wanted him to just be gone and this and that. And look at that. I wonder if my comments showing. Let me see something real quick, because I don't see no comments. Like, y'all really not saying that? Let me see something real quick. I need to check my comments, because I'm not seeing nothing. Is it mine? Let me see something, y'all. Hold up. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm trying to check something. Oh. Yeah, but see, situations like that, people need to be careful what they wish for. Now, I ain't gonna hold y'all up, right? But I wanted to talk about one more thing, and this was the main topic I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about Eric Holder. Which was the topic that I really, really wanted to talk about. I want to discuss about that because I didn't understand what was going on with that whole situation. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, that boy really lost his mind. Real talk. Because first of all, he deserved to get everything that happened to him. First of all, let's make that clear. He need to, and I don't, honestly, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Put a 1 in the comment that you think he's gonna make it to trial. Put a 2 in the comment that you think he's not gonna make it to trial. I'm gonna be super honest. He might not make it, yo. They saying it might be next month or something like that. He might not make it now because he's not a PC. That's why he got caught up so easy like that. He's not a PC, and they come to find out the person that beat him up was a regular dude that loved Nipsey. How many other dudes that you think in there like that? How many other dudes that you think in there like that love Nipsey, right? And will ride or die for this dude? It's a bunch of people out there that feel the same way. That's the crazy part. Now let's speak on this case, right? So he was found guilty of murder, and he also was found guilty of 2 counts of voluntary manslaughter, which holds a lot of time. Honestly, he done. I don't see him getting, because they saying he might get like 25 years and might be able to get parole. But I think they charge him with the what's that case? I think they charge him with premeditated murder. Let's see something. Did they charge him with that? Let's see real quick. Did Eric Holder get charged with premeditated murder? Nah, he did. He got first-degree murder. Yeah, he got first-degree murder. I don't think he got charged with that. He got charged with first-degree murder, and he got charged with 2 counts of voluntary manslaughter. And that was the dude that he shot. What's his name? Lathan something. Lathan, whatever. I did a video about him and his nephew. So those are the 2 people that was the voluntary manslaughter. Yo, real talk, I don't see him coming home ever. And like I said, I don't even think he's gonna be able to make it to the trial, y'all. That's what I really wanted to talk about. How many of y'all feel like he gonna make it to the trial? Because I can't see him making it to the trial, man. Too many people love Nipsey. I was watching this interview on Say Cheese, right? And it was the dude named Brick Baby. I never even heard of this dude before, but this dude spoke about how he raised Eric Holder, and him and Nipsey Hussle was best friends. Well, they came up together and they was real. Man, yeah, he said one of his best friends. So yeah, he said that his name is Brick Baby, and it was a interview with Say Cheese TV. I just watched it, right? So in that interview, they was talking about Eric Holder, and they said that do you think Eric Holder was jealous of Nipsey Hussle? Because Eric Holder, what a lot of people don't know, he wanted to be a rapper too, right? He wanted to be a rapper too, but from what they were saying, he wasn't that good. So they was basically saying that Eric Holder, he feel as though Eric Holder wasn't jealous of him. He said he feel as though that Eric Holder feelings was hurt. Now, when he was explaining the story, right? Now, I know how I feel about the situation, right? I feel as though it was bigger than some feelings hurt. It was bigger than some snitch situation. It was bigger than all that. All right? I feel as though the other thing was an escape route. Right? My thing is this. He said that he believed that Eric Holder's feelings was hurt. And the reason why he said that Eric Holder's feelings was hurt, I'm smiling because when he broke it down, I said, damn. Like, I feel as though the situation real bigger, but when he broke it down, he literally said he feel as though his feelings was hurt because when he first pulled up, right? When you watch the video, when he first pulled up, they was talking, they was kicking it. Now, he pulled up with a female. So you know he was telling this female, like, yo, this is my brother right here. Like, I know this dude, me and him came up, me and him did this, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Matter of fact, I'm going to let you, know what I mean, take a picture with him. I'm going to let you cool out and all that. Now, that happened. He took a picture, whatever. And then, that's when, allegedly, Nipsey Hussle brought up the snitch situation, allegedly. They saying that that's what happened, but they saying that the conversation was real smooth. Nobody wasn't yelling. Nobody wasn't cursing, none of that, right? But then the dude was basically saying, like, when Nipsey came up with the allegation or whatever about Cuz, Shitty Cuz or whatever, he was saying he feel as though that he was embarrassed and he was hurt because he just done rolled him and just said this and that about, oh yeah, this my man, this and that, and then your man turned around, which I heard was a calm manner. I heard he came at him on some calm thing like, yo, blah, 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 just take care of yourself, make sure you good. And then Eric Holder, from what they said, walked off and said, you through. That don't sound like nothing that's gangster, like, that don't sound like a gangster reaction, right? That sound like a person that feels some type of way about something. And let's talk about it. The snitch situation, don't nobody want to ever get accused of that. Ever. Like, if you going to call somebody a snitch, you better be able to produce that paperwork, right? I wish that wouldn't have happened, but with that snitch situation and with that happened in front of everybody like that, in front of the store like that, I can definitely see a dude being real sensitive about that. But I can definitely see that being the last straw about something else. Because I'm going to stand by this. I'm going to stand by this, and I don't care what people say, how people feel or whatever. You can call it conspiracy theory. You can call it whatever you want. I still don't understand to this day how he was able to do what he did. Get the lawyer. Remember I forgot what the black lawyer, the real Chris Darby, if I'm not mistaken, one of the top lawyers. He was able to get him. Remember that. People don't forget about that. He was his lawyer. They try to make it pro bono at first, but he was his lawyer. They try to make it seem like it was pro bono, but that was his lawyer. So let's not forget about that, right? He was his lawyer. They couldn't find him for like 4 days. What, like 4 days? They couldn't find him for like 4 days. Mind you, this dude ain't got no money. This dude ain't do this and that, none of that, right? And then when they found him at the hospital. So that means he had to be talking to a lawyer because they did say he had problems in his head or whatever. That means he had to be talking to his lawyer, had to be talking to somebody to tell him, yo, go to the hospital. We got your lawyer already. You good. Right? And then after Nipsey get, you know, deceased, right? The store never opened over there again. Now you got the rail tracks or whatever that goes to the stadium, that goes to the Ram Stadium, because the Ram Stadium right there. And he's not even a part of that. Because he was gonna grow on that. And they know that if he would expand his business, if he would have grew like he was gonna grow, because he grew, I think he owned a couple stores in that lot. Then they had the school or whatever over there or whatever. So you know, if he would have grew and brought his fellas with him, you know they ain't trying to hit nothing like that. Because they wanted that property from the rent. Think about it. They also was building that property, which I'm talking about the Rams, because the Rams stadium is not too far from there, right? They built that, but they had to build a train system to get through all that. And from what I was hearing, that the train system, what I've actually made a story about, the train system came through. They wanted to come through Crenshaw, or that area right there, Crenshaw and Slauson, or whatever, in that area, particular area. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments. I'm not from Cali, but this is what I remember reading and stuff like that, right? Now you're not there. They achieved that. You ain't got the store no more. Now you could barely get any property on Crenshaw and Slauson in that area. That's prime state. That's prime real estate over there. Not because now you got people that's not even selling to black people in that area. Remember, he was one of the only black people over there with all that type of property and all stores and stuff like that. Now none of that is there. None of the spot there. None of that there no more. It's like it's over. Even though that I told y'all they opened up a store, but they opened that on Rodeo Drive. That's in Beverly Hills. They're not opening it back over there. And it's a reason for that. They probably don't want to get into all that, but it's a reason for that. Now, they've been wanting Nipsey and them to get off that property for years. Remember, they also had a report that came out. I did a video about it, right? Where they said that Nipsey Hussle was getting watched. Where they said that the store and everything was getting watched, and people they were sending, you know, doing all types of stuff to slow down their business and stuff like that. Now remember, that report came up again recently. If I'm not mistaken, they was watching that store to the day he died. So to get back to saying why I feel as though it was just bigger than his feelings, so to me, I could be wrong. But the reason why I feel like it's bigger than that, because it was so much that happened in the benefit of other people. You understand? And he was so protected at one time. He was so protected. That's why I feel like one of the reasons he not ain't gonna be there that long. There's so many reasons, man. Mark my words. Now, I never want to be one of these dudes that sit there and try to like, oh yeah, a person gonna die this day. Nah. I would never put a death on a person. Nah, but what I'm saying is, in this particular situation, it's so much thing going on around the situation. No, I can't see him making it to that. Press 1 if you feel like he gonna make it. Press 2 if you feel like he not. I don't think he gonna make it. I honestly don't. I honestly think he not. But there was a couple of things I wanted to talk about, y'all. I ain't gonna hold y'all up, because it's late. It's 5:40. What is it? Man, what time is it? It's 12 o'clock where I'm at right now. I ain't want to hold y'all up. I just wanted to talk about some things, man. I need y'all to leave some comments in here. I need y'all to share this video, like it. You know, let me know how y'all feel in the comments after it come up again. And once again, y'all, we're gonna be doing some lives every day, man. I don't care if it's one person in here watching me on lives. I'm doing lives every day, y'all. We're gonna get it back. We're gonna get this chat popping, and we're gonna do what we do. I appreciate the 9 people that's in here, the 10 people that's in here. I appreciate y'all coming through. I'm about to end this conversation, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Y'all check me out tomorrow, because I'm going live again tomorrow. Peace.